What I'm about to tell you might be the most important thing you hear the entire 2023 offseason, the remaining part of the fantasy football offseason as we head into the mid part of August here. It's August 15 today, so right smack in the middle. You've got less than a month now to hammer home some of your drafts and to do a good job, son. To go make Papa proud. Go make Papa Smitty proud. How can you do that when you've got running backs in shambles, Smitty? Breece Hall's dropping off of the face of the earth. The sky's falling, Smitty. Walker's got a timeshare. Ramondre Stevenson's looking at Zeke Elliott. The running backs are falling apart, Smitty. The running back is dying. First of all, the running back isn't dying. A running back just went at number 12 overall and inside the top 10. Bijan and Gibbs are changing the game. It's just going to be a different kind of changing than you're used to. A morphing, so to speak. These guys are weapons. The running back is evolving into a weapon. But there's something to be said about the panic that is ensuing right now with the turmoil at the running back position in fantasy football, and the fact that a lot of players are now sharing the workload with other players. Gibbs is sharing with Monty. There's always some kind of petrified Peter somewhere in the comments of a YouTube video or in the live stream comments saying, Smitty, but Monty's very good. And no one's arguing Monty can't have 1,100 yards and 7 to 8 touchdowns, Bob. The Detroit Lions will run so much. He can't even get half the workload if he wanted to. The bigger question here isn't our running backs dying. It's that people are petrified. There are a lot of petrified Peters out there, and it's time to take advantage of every single opportunity we have to go in and grab wide receivers when best player available dictates it, because best player available is still the only way to draft. But Smitty, I like going wide receiver. That's okay, because best player available can open that door for you. But Smitty, I like robust RB. That's okay, Bob, because best player available will open the door for you. Best player available leads to all those roads. It just means you're not going to force yourself into a box when you have value on the table. But here's the interesting point about 2023. There's really only one elite running back that I want in round 1. I might want McCaffrey here and there, but I worry about injury. Oh, but Smitty, he's McCaffrey. Okay. You do you. You grab McCaffrey over and over. I want this man right here, Bijan Robinson. And the great news is he's my running back 1, whether you think I'm crazy or not. The greatest news of all, he's falling to number 9, number 8, meaning that even if you want to take him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you can take him at any one of those picks, and I Smitty approve it.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I Smitty approve you taking Bijan number 1 overall. I don't care what people say about us. I really don't. I care about you winning. But the fact that his ADP ranges from 1 to 9 means that you can literally draft him from almost every draft slot in fantasy football 2023. Got the 1.1? No problem. Punch Bijan. Trade down if you can, of course. If you can trade down at any point instead of reaching for a player, that's a great move. It helps you beef up another round, and then you have a better team. But take him at 1, no problem. 1.2, no problem. 1.5, no problem. All the way down to 1.9, which means that if you can draft him on average from 1.1 to 1.9, only 1.10, 11, and 12. 3 draft slots might not work for this approach, meaning that 75% of the time you can execute hero RB. What is hero RB, Smitty? It's drafting Bijan, but what comes after it? What else is attached to drafting Bijan? Hero RB. Let's get into it right now. The Fantasy Football Show begins now.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show.
Hero running back draft strategy. Hero RB traditionally means you go 1 running back in round 1, and our running back is Bijan, and you're getting him anywhere between 1 and 9 overall. 9 draft slots out of 12, meaning 75% of the time you can execute hero RB. If best player available dictates it along the way, meaning you will detour in round 2 or round 3 if the right player falls to you. Always understand that about my best player available approach. So anytime I dive into a draft strategy, know the best player available will derail it in a positive direction if it calls for it. Meaning you try to go in and draft wide receiver in rounds 1 and 2, but you end up getting a player like Bijan that falls to your number 9 pick. You abort, you go Bijan, then you get St. Brown in round 2. and you have a different approach. I'm going to draft Fields in round number 3. I don't care what anybody tells me. Then you get to late 3rd and Gibbs is staring at you and you say, Burrow looks pretty far down the ranking. I'm going to go ahead and take Gibbs and then grab Burrow next round, or the next round, because Burrow could fall in round 5, depending on where you're drafting and who you're drafting with. But Hero RB is so fun this year because we have an actual hero, and his name is Bijan Robinson. And again, you can get him in picks 1 through 9 traditionally. Hero RB can be, okay, we'll draft Jalen Hurts and bottom of 2 because we took Bijan at number 3 overall. Let's say you have a 9 overall pick and you take Bijan there. Maybe St. Brown's available in the top of round 2. Maybe then you go Calvin Ridley in round 3. Maybe then you go Justin Fields in round number 4, depending on where these guys fall or who you're drafting with or what that suggested rank looks like, because Fields might go in 4 in one draft, he might be suggested to go later in another, and that suggested rank will influence your draft crew to do what the ADP rank is suggesting to do. People are very fickle and very influenced by that ADP the further you get into the draft. This would be an excellent start to Hero RB. You're going 1 RB, he's your hero, and then you're trying to find another hero down in round 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe you draft 4 straight running backs. Maybe you draft 3 straight running backs, but this is such a potent attack. And maybe you go Trevor Lawrence later. So let's put Fields down here and we throw Christian Watson in. So you're going 3 wide receivers and your hero, Bijan Robinson, baby. Now, why is this fire? Why in the hell would you want to do this and risk your running back value when running backs are the one we're questioning right now? Hey, Smitty, running backs are in flux. Why would I not want to go get a Barkley or a Nick Chubb or a Ramondre Stevenson or somebody secure in round number 3? Because Breece Hall's falling to 4 or 5. Kenneth Walker's falling to 4 or 5. I'm not saying adjusting and adapting, going best player available, won't have you detouring your plan and going Tony Pollard in round number 2 because St. Brown's gone, Garrett Wilson's gone, maybe even Olave's gone, and you're like, okay, I'm going RB. That would be good. You're changing directions. You're doing what you need to do. You're going best player available. But sticking to the plan, let's say Amon-Ra's there. You get Bijan, you get St. Brown, you get Ridley, you get Watson. The running back pool is so deep this year. Kenneth Walker's falling to round 5 all the time. Breece Hall sounds like he's headed for round 5. DeAndre Swift is in 6. Isaiah Pacheco's in 6 and 7. This is where you come in and scoop up the value, the players people are discarding. And let's just say that these guys are not going in 5. Let's meet Hero RB halfway or 3/4 of the way. And let's say you go Hero RB in rounds 2 and 3. There are no rules to this. You don't have to stick with what you're doing because you decided to try it. You can detour. So if that means you're uncomfortable with the running back landscape and Walker's sitting there and you go, okay, I'm going to go with my other RB, this is fine too. And maybe you take one of these guys here and then you go Dotson in round 6 or 7 or Pickens in round 7. The premise here is that you're swinging big with 1 RB, and there's 1 RB I trust and highly recommend for everybody to rinse and repeat on Hero RB using the 1 running back that is available in 75% of all of the first round draft slots. Maybe he goes at 5 or 6 overall in this draft. Maybe you're in a draft where you think you're going to do it and somebody takes him at 6. I'm not saying there aren't anomalies. I'm not saying that some people don't love him as much as you, but on average, his ADP looks to be falling in the 7, 8, 9 territory. And even if we cut it off, let's say at 6 or 7, what I'm trying to tell you is if you get draft slot 1 through draft slot 6, in a worst case scenario, and Bijan climbs to 6 overall, ADP wise, you've got a Hero RB approach that you can implement in half of the draft slots in fantasy football 2023. Bijan at 1, Bijan at 4, Bijan at 2, Bijan at 6. I'm telling you, Bijan at 7, 8, 9 is possible. The key to Hero RB is this man right here, this man right here. Isaiah Pacheco is also a key to this little draft strategy that I love so much right now. With the running backs dropping all over the place and Walker and now Breece Hall, and with people doubting Swift left and right still, with people saying, Pacheco, I don't want anything to do with that situation. McKinnon, Pacheco, cuff them together. This is the year to go running back, wide receiver, and let's say quarterback. This is my favorite look right now. When I look at this right here, I feel like this should be the new 4 horsemen. Bijan, and then you're done with RB for a while. St. Brown, Ridley, Justin Fields, if you should get so lucky, Walker or Hall. We'll put 1 here. We can't say you're going to get both. Let's just say 1 here. You could get both. It sounds like Hall could fall to 6. I don't know if that's going to happen everywhere. I've heard people say, oh no, he fell to 4. No, he fell to 7. No, he fell to 6. People are overreacting about Dalvin Cook so badly. I don't know where the hell he's going to fall. But let's just say you only get one of these guys. So let's put him up there. You've got Hall and Walker in 5. You got Swift and Pacheco in 6. You have literally a very good shot at getting 2 top 10, 2 top 12 running backs without drafting any of your RBs, but Bijan, of course, inside the top 4 rounds. If you don't look at this team and say, wow, that's pretty good. I love those running backs considering. I don't really know how to help you, to be honest with you. I'm not saying to close your phone. I'm just saying we got some work to do if you're not looking at this going,
yeah, buddy.
And there is another twist to this kind of thinking, and we'll go over that in the next video. But the thinking is going double wide receiver in round 1 and 2, going 0 RB completely. If let's say you get one of those 9, 10, 11, or 12 overall draft slots. This draft strategy is how to crush draft slot 1 through 9. And every pick you get further from 1 overall, there's a growing chance that you don't get Bijan. Like I said, he's going like 7, 8, 9 overall right now. So maybe you get him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost guaranteed. Then you got like a 50% chance of getting him at 7, 8, or 9. And then 10, 11, 12, probably not getting him. So guess what? Maybe Hero RB isn't your approach. Maybe the Hero RB is there for your 1 through 9 overall draft slots. And if something doesn't go right at number 9 or number 8 overall and you don't get Bijan, I've got 2 more strategies for you. One is the Travis Kelce strategy. That video coming tomorrow. The next one is the wide receiver, or better yet, the 0 RB, the 100% 0 RB strategy, not the hero, the wide receiver, and probably wide receiver or quarterback. At least 3 rounds of not going RB, period. All of which is only implemented if best player available allows it. So look for the Kelce strategy, look for the 0 running back strategy. Those 2 videos are probably next, given the landscape of the running back right now, and go crush your hero running back approach in 2023. Get after it.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show.